there, yarn lovers, it's Gary, and I'm coming to you from my happy place, the Yarn Corner, here on a grey day on Vancouver Island in Canada. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Wednesday, January the 12th, 2022, and this is video number 137. So how are you all doing? I hope you're well. As you can tell by the title down below, I will be discussing some purchases that I made from Michaels. Now, I made them in two different ways. I went online and I made some purchases. I want to talk about how they shipped to me. And I also went into their bricks and mortar store about 2 or 3 weeks later, and I made some purchases on some sales that they had on clearance yarn. So I'm really super excited about it because this yarn's been sitting around waiting for me to do this video for a couple of weeks, and I just got busy with life and the holidays and visiting family, so I was out of the house a lot, no time for recording. So I can sit down with you now and enjoy the next little while showcasing these wonderful yarns from Michaels. Now, if you're happening across this channel for the very first time, I want to welcome you. Hi, my name is Gary, and I set this channel to talk about all of my yarny adventures. That's with knitting, crocheting. I do dabble in a little bit of hand dyeing of yarn, and I talk about my acquisitions, my yarn, and my tools and my crafts, where I get them from. So if that kind of thing is of interest, please stick around. And to all of my fiber friends who are returning, I want to say a huge thank you for all of the well wishes and comments that you left in the last video. We do appreciate that, and I love the connection. So thank you and welcome back. So let's kick off the podcast, shall we, and talk about what I'm wearing. Let's take a look. So it is a scarf that I crocheted up, and I'm using it is a half double crochet through the back loop, and I'm doing it on the bias, so it crochets in on an angle, and then I do that as a strip, turn it around and come back the other way doing the opposing angle. There's no pattern to it, it's just me playing around with the yarn, and I used a Premier spun colors with a Lion Brand Ferris wheel cake. And I just alternated as I went through the two different yarns. I absolutely love the fabric. It feels so squishy and warm. So it is a bit cold right now, so I'm going to be sporting this throughout the video. And if I get warm, I'll just take it off. First up is the order that I made online at Michaels, and my email tells me it was purchased on December the 6th, 2021. And I got it in 4 different shipments because it was coming from all different parts of Canada. They couldn't fulfill one of the items, so they sent me a cancellation, and they also said that I needed to pick up some of the items that, I don't know why this happened, but I had to go into the store and pick up a certain item from the in-store. Now, the closest Michaels that they were going to ship it to is about an hour and a half to 2 hours drive away from where I live, and I had to get on the phone with them to tell them that I needed to cancel that part because I couldn't see myself coming down to the store in any foreseeable future. But I did end up going down there a couple of weeks later. But they cancelled it for me. I will get to that part of the cancellation a little after the review on the yarn, so that we can cover some of the customer service from Michaels that I had experienced when I was talking about the cancellation. But on to the happier topic, which is the yarn itself that arrived. Here it is here. Oh my goodness, I love this yarn. So it is new to me. I have seen other podcasters talk about this. It is their Loops and Threads, which is the Michaels in-brand store brand. And it is called the Cozy Wool Tweed. So there's the label. I love the texture of it with the colors. Now, it is kind of like speckled with different colors throughout the strands. And I don't think it's a busy yarn. I think it's kind of like going to work out overall to be the same kind of speckling throughout the fabric that this makes. So I don't know, I think it might be a little difficult to frog because of the extra halo, but I do like the yarn and how soft it is. It is a chain spun yarn, and it has quite a halo on it as well, which isn't rough, it's quite smooth. And let's talk about some of the details on the ball band here. Okay, the weight of this yarn is a 3 or DK. You have to hand wash and lay flat to dry. They're suggesting here to use a 6mm set of knitting needles or a 6.5mm crochet hook. The content is 66% polyester, 30% acrylic, and 4% wool. It is 150 grams per ball, and in that you get a whopping 418 yards or 382 meters. It is a product that is made in China, and originally the price of this was $9.99 in Canada. So all my prices will be in Canadian dollars. And I got this for $5.99. So that's $4 off the regular price. Really, really nice. And I got it in a few different colors. This one that I'm holding is called Autumn Mix. Lovely autumnal colors there. And I got it in this color here, which is called Navy Blues. Very, very nice color there. I don't know whether this would actually peel as well, like clump up in little balls after washing and wearing, but because of that halo, I think it may do that. Hence the reason why they're saying to hand wash it so that you have less agitation. Now this color here is called Cinnamon. I know that they had probably another maybe 6 colors in the color collection, but I really gravitated to these two and I just wanted to give them a go. So even together they look quite nice, perhaps in some color work. So yeah. The next things that I got were Caron cakes from the Michaels. I think that they're exclusive to Michaels actually, and it's the Caron crystal cake. There it is there. So let's talk about this yarn while we take a look here. It's really soft. There's no, it's sort of similar in the construction with the halo and looking a little chain spun as the previous one, but what they've got in this one that makes it quite unique is a shimmer thread or strand that is of a gold color in this particular instance. And the colorway of this one is called Sunkissed. Really nice warm colors there with a great shimmer. Now I'm not too sure whether this one will also potentially peel in the wash, so I'm gonna guess that they are saying no. It says here machine washable and dryable. No, be very cautious with caring for this yarn because of the halo. It would look horrible matted up, I think, in little peels. But let's take a look at some of the details on this yarn. It is a 4 weight, which is a worsted weight. Suggesting here is 5mm set of knitting needles or a 5mm crochet hook, which is interesting because the previous one that we just discussed, which was the Cozy Wool Tweed, is considered a 3 weight, but they're suggesting to use larger needles and larger hook size for the smaller, lighter weight. So that might be something to do with the halo, letting the halo be able to breathe a little bit and creating that drape. The fiber content of the crystal cake here is 64 acrylic, 24 polyester, 7 nylon, and 5 metallic. The weight here is 240 grams, which gives me 634 yards or 580 meters. So that's quite a lot of yardage in there, enough to make a scarf or maybe a mini wrap or a shawlette, perhaps. Really lovely. Love that. And where is it made? Let me just take a look. I always find this the hardest thing to find on the ball band. Oh, it says here it's made in India. Really lovely, warm color. Gives, with that halo, it does give it a kind of a more wintry, warm garment kind of feel to it. Something that you probably wouldn't see much or wear much in summer or spring, but definitely autumn or winter. What else do I have to tell you? Washing instructions. I already said that you can machine wash this and tumble dry, but I don't know. I'd be weary about that. And the price point in Canada was $11.99 for the regular price, but I got it for $7.99, so a couple bucks off for each of the cakes. I got it in different colors as well. There's this one here called Glittering Moon. Absolutely love this one. This is more tealy, more kind of like cool gray color. And the difference between the Sun Kiss, which was the one previous, is that the shiny strand that goes through this is more silver. Well, it is silver. It's silver, and the Sun Kiss one had a shimmer strand of gold in it. So those are the two, which may work up nicely together in, depending on what kind of color work is done. But I can see this being quite a fun little make using the two together for sure. Now, the third one that I ordered was the lava rock, but in this online purchase, they actually said that they couldn't find the cakes. I have since gone back to Michael's and I found them. So I will throw that in the mix a little later when I talk about what I had purchased when I went into the store at Michael's. So in the order to close it off, the last type of yarn that I purchased was the Caron Cloud Cake. And it is wonderfully soft. Really a beautiful comfort piece would be made out of this. So if you wanted that special blanket to, you know, console you after a whole hard day and give you that warm hug when you come home, this is the kind of yarn that would definitely generate that whole, you know, macaroni cheese, chowder soup, all that kind of thing in this yarn kind of reminds me of like when you want to treat yourself, you know, in your own home to snuggle up against. This is the yarn for you. It's wonderful, wonderfully soft. Now, let's look at the details on this yarn. So it is the Caron Cloud Cakes, and it is considered a 4-weight yarn, which is worsted. Suggested here is knitting needles of 4.5 millimeters or 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm going to say that it's quite a light 4. If you were to look at that, maybe a 4, kind of a light 4. And what else can I tell you? So the colorway that I'm holding is called Graphite. It is 100% polyester. The cake gives you 240 grams, a whopping 760 yards or 695 meters. Now that is some good yardage in there. And they are saying it is machine washable as well as dryable. It is a product that is made in China. And what else can I tell you? The regular price on this is $11.99 in Canadian dollars, as it says on the band, but I purchased it at a discount for $7.99, so that's $4 off. They had a number of colors in the cloud cakes, but they were all kind of like very dull. I'm going to say they weren't bright colors. They were more kind of either dull or neutral. And I don't know, I didn't see any of these colors that are represented here in this blanket, but I did get another color and I'll show you that one. Here it is here. This color is called, I believe, Lagoon. Yes, Lagoon. And I thought that these two would go together well. Not necessarily do I need to make a project using all of them, but if I did try to kind of figure out I needed more yardage or more yarn, I could potentially put those two together because they do relate. And gray's neutral, it goes with everything. And so I got 2 of the grays because of that factor, and I could blend it or I could put them together in a bigger project. One of the online items that I purchased
was an item that Michael's requested that I go down to their store to pick up. I called them up to say why couldn't it be shipped to me with all the other stuff that arrived, and apparently they said to me that it's an automatic process on the online store to assume that if they have it in their location close enough to pick up, which is a 2-hour drive for me to get to this Michael's location, that they leave it in the store and then they request for the customer to come get it and pick it up on curbside. So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I was paying for the shipment of my order, but I had to still go down and pick up these 3 balls of yarn that were in my store in Nanaimo. So I thought, I'm going to call them up and see what I can do. Maybe they can ship it to me. And they said I had to cancel that part of the order and that they would refund me the money for the 3 balls of yarn. So I thought to myself, well, okay, I'll cancel it. I'll get my money back. And later down the way, maybe weeks down the way, I might go to the Michael store and just see whether they're still there and purchase them then myself. But I thought, okay, I'll keep checking my bank account to see when this refund is going to be put back into my account. And it's been now 30 days, I think, and it hasn't arrived back. So I have to call them to see whether or not I need to maybe, they're waiting for me to fill out a form, or perhaps maybe, coax them along to show them that I did not receive those 3 balls of yarn and that their system should say that I cancelled it and the money needs to be put back into my credit card. So yeah, that's a little thing just to be sure when you're making your order on Michael's that you're making all of the checking all of the buttons that say to ship, because some of the items that are close in your proximity, the default is that you're going to pick it up. So your order may come back as partially shipped and you having paid the shipping, and then partially saying come and pick it up from the store. So just be wary and observe what those buttons down below are saying for you to do, and to click on the ones to really specify what you would like them to do with that yarn, if that makes any sense. So I did go back 3 weeks later, and one of the items that they said they couldn't find to ship to me were actually in the store. So I was so happy that they had some. And this is the Lava Rock Crystal Cake. And this one here has the silver glitter strand through it as well. So that's really, really lovely. And that will go into the collections really nicely as a pairing to the sun-kissed and also the glittering moon. So the rusty brown one with the teal one. So I absolutely loved the black. Yeah, so I got a few of those. So that was really cool. I also saw on their shelves for clearance were a couple of super bulky yarns, which is, I'm not usually a super bulky yarn kind of person, but I thought I really liked the roving style of this yarn from Lion Brand, and it is called Wool Ease Roving, and it's the bonus bundle. So they were asking for $16.99 on the regular price, and I believe I got them for $9.99. So that was like a full $7 off. Really well worth it because it's the bonus bundle and you get so much yardage in here. And what I was thinking of making was some decor stuff. So cushion covers or maybe a cozy throw. There's enough here to also do a statement scarf as well if you wanted to do a like a super scarf. Let's take a look at some of the details on this yarn. It is okay, you get 312 grams in this bonus ball. It gives you, or gives me, 179 yards or 164 meters. It is classified a super bulky 6. They recommend using a 13 millimeter set of knitting needles or a 15 millimeter crochet hook. It is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. They suggest here to hand wash and lay flat to dry. The color that I'm holding is called Persimmon. And where is it made? I always find this the hardest thing to find. Made in Turkey. So lovely color there. I also got it in this color here, which is pumpkin spice. So very, very autumnal colors. Pumpkin spice. And I got it in mustard. You can see a theme going here. They're really retro colors. And I got it in, my last one here is a green color. It's called olive. So, wow. Really soft, not itchy at all. It does rove, so it is a really good super bulky 6 size. I think it does have a halo, so there will be peeling involved, but I don't mind it. Love these colors. So what would you make with these if you had them? The next super bulky 6 yarn weight that I purchased was also a Lion Brands bonus bundle. And this one is the Wool Ease but Thick and Quick collection. So slightly different to the other one that I just showed you. And the biggest part of this is that it has variegation in it. So we have almost a marl between a pinkish color here with variegated from orange pinks going into a gray. So really nice yarn there. And this is the bonus bundle that I got. So it has similar stats to the one that I just mentioned, with 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It is classified as well a super bulky, but the suggestion here on needle size is 9 millimeter knitting and 9 millimeter crochet hook. You get 283 grams in this ball, and so, which gives 174 yards or 157 meters. This one here is a product that is made in Turkey. This colorway is called Spice Market, and the care instructions on this one is to machine wash and dryable. What else can I tell you about it? Okay, I think that's it. The regular price again was the same as the other Wool Ease roving, and it was $16.99 regularly, but the discounted rate that I got was $9.99. So again, that was $7 discounted. I absolutely love this one. My favorite colorway in this variety would probably be Hudson Bay and Coney Island. Those two are my favorites, but they didn't have those in the bonus bundle in the discounted section of the shelves in Michael's when I went visiting. Also, this one here is another Wool Ease Thick and Quick, and the color of this one is called Sea Glass. Now I can actually blend the variegated marl affected Wool Ease Thick and Quick with perhaps maybe the roving and do my decor cushions or throws using a mix of both the mild version as well as the roving solid colored versions as well. I think that would work up really nicely. And as a point of comparison here from my stash, I had bought a Coney Island small ball of wool ease, and this is the regular size, so it is a smaller version of the bonus bundle, and this one is only well, not only, but it is 140 grams. So, and the bonus bundle is 283 grams, so that's the size difference between the bonus and the regular. Sound like Crystal, the reg. So when you're shopping, and sometimes if you're like me, I don't read all the details, and I find that I'm surprised when I look at the size of the ball. This is another point of interest when you're purchasing, that the regular size will be this size. Bonus bundle is this size here, just so that you're familiar with what you're purchasing and what the details are reading. I love this color here, the Coney Island one. I think that would make up a nice, beautiful hat or statement scarf, but I'm going to be putting it in amongst with all of the other super bulky 6 that I purchased from Michaels. And as a comparison on price as well, this one here, I believe, was on discount as well, but I had paid $9 or $8 for this small one, and I had paid $7.99 for this big one. So in actual fact, Michaels had a great deal on the bundles, the bonus bundle, and it was cheaper than buying it from Lion Brand at their sale price, and I believe it ended up being like $8.99 or something for this ball. Yeah, so well worth the wait in the sale price for sure. So I think that's all that I have. Oh no, there is one more that I've got to show you. This was not a bulky that I bought, but it is a yarn ombre that I'm collecting, and it's the part of the Michaels brand as well, called CraftSmart, and it's their ombre collection. So I bought 2 of these. This colorway is called Taupe Ombre, and I'll read the details as you can look at the, is that the right way up so you can read it? That's good. Okay, so this one is a medium 4 weight. They are saying you can machine wash on gentle and tumble dry on low. The needle suggested size here is 5.5 millimeters or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. It's 100% acrylic, very, very soft. Has a little sheen to it, which is a nice pearlescent kind of finish. And this one here is a product made in Turkey. Each ball is 4 ounces or 120 grams, giving in it 214 yards or 196 meters. Really, really soft. And I have a number of these in my shelf. I'm thinking of making something in the way of a crocheted granny stitch work thing, blanket maybe, or a throw. This color is featured on the ball band as well in a scarf, which looks very lovely. So yeah, I got 2 of those. They were discounted as well. So regularly, the price of the ombre is $3.99, but on the sale date when I purchased them, they were $2.54 each. What I thought would be a great addition for these yarn haul videos is to talk about a little bit of the inspiration on what the yarn could be used in or for. And I went through my bookcase and found some pattern books. I did mention earlier on in the video, I was thinking about making pillowcase covers, and this is what I was thinking of doing. This book here I bought from Michaels a while back, and it's called Cozy Pillows. It's published by Leisure Arts. It has 10 patterns in it, and they all look similar to the cable one. So textured cables, there's diamonds here, there's some ruffling chevrons. I absolutely want to knit everything in this book. This one here is kind of different styles of crossover cable, half cable and half checkers. I love that. And there is one here that looks like a waffle design here, or honeycomb stitch, some people call that. Absolutely stunning. So I will probably be making these with zips as well, so I can replace the store-bought case covers and change out the room by making some seasonal ones, or doing some color work. It'd be really lovely with those super bulky yarns. Also, the Caron cakes might work well with creating a nice textured look as well. I got another book gifted to me that I pulled from my shelves here, and it was from Kim from Affordably Crafty. Hi Kim. And this one here is called Quick Knits by Stitchcraft Create, and they have an assortment of all different quick makes. So not all cushion covers like the previous book, but I did like the photograph here of the pillowcase on the cover, and they have that in here as a make with the instructions. So I really like that design as well. And with that, I think that catches you up with everything that I needed to talk about with the yarn haul, with the service that Michael provided or is going to provide when I call them to track down where the refund is, and also some publications in patterns that I think would work well with the yarn. I'm interested to find out whether you've worked with these yarns before. What did you make? Did you like working with them? Any pitfalls, any challenges? Were they a dream? And also, if you haven't worked with them yet, I want to know whether you have a favorite that I've showed. What color was the favorite one that you liked the best? And with that, I want to thank you so much for sticking around this long and watching right to the end. I want to wish everyone a great rest of your week and staying safe. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.